Hello and welcome to AFRICUNIA Television News Updates, reaching from the commercial city of Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm Deborah Ezeh. A news update today will begin from South Africa, where President Cyril Ramaphosa said the ruling party, the African National Congress, must work to regain popular support after being embroiled in corruption scandals and divided by bitter factional rivalries. Making the ANC's 110th anniversary Saturday, Ramaphosa struck a somber note, emphasizing that the party of Nelson Mandela, which helped South Africa to achieve democracy, has lost voter backing. The ANC is set to hold its national elective conference later this year, where Ramaphosa is expected to seek a second term as the party's leader, but he faces significant opposition from those still loyal to Zuma. And now in North Africa, a leading Sudanese protest group on Sunday rejected the United Nations initiative to hold talks with the military aimed at restoring the country's democracy transition following an October coup. The move suggests Sudan's political deadlock and relentless street protests are likely to continue, with at least 60 people killed since the military takeover. Protesters continued their marches in Khartoum on Sunday, with security forces firing tear gas in at least one location to disperse demonstrators, and there were no immediate reports of casualties. And now in West Africa, Nigeria, the Nigeria Center for Disease on Sunday gave a fresh warning over Lassa fever cases, which is said had risen to 4,632 and recorded 102 deaths. The center, in its latest advisory, warned Nigerians of the possibility of Lassa fever presenting malaria-like symptoms such as fever, headache, sore throat, general body weakness, cough, among others. On its part, the NCDC disclosed that it has sent letters to states on the dangers of Lassa fever and the symptoms to look out for. Since the last outbreak of the disease in 2016, the NCDC noted that there had been an increase in the number of recurring cases. And in 2019, the center noted that a total of 796 cases were reported, while in 2020, a total of 1,165 cases were confirmed during the height of the pandemic. And still in Nigeria, foreign investors appear to have boycotted the Nigerian market as capital importation has dropped by $4.08 billion, that is 1.68 trillion naira in 1 year, latest statistics have shown. Between January and September 2020, total capital importation amounted to $8.55 billion. However, according to the latest capital importation report by the NBS, during the same period in 2021, foreign capital inflows into the country fell by $4.08 billion, that is 1.68 trillion naira, to $4.47 billion. A breakdown of the 2020 figures showed that in the fourth quarter of 2020, capital importation into Nigeria stood at $5.85 billion, representing an increase of 53.97% compared to the fourth quarter 2019. Further analysis showed that in the fourth quarter of 2021, the total value of capital importation was $1.90 billion, which represented a decline of $3.95 billion when compared to the same quarter in 2020. And now we head to the foreign scene, where Kazakhstan security forces have detained a total of 7,939 people as of today over last week's unrest. The Interior Ministry said this is the worst bout of violence in the Central Asian nations or nations post-Soviet history. Government buildings were briefly captured or torched in several cities last week as initial peaceful protests against fuel prices increases turned violent. Authorities have blamed the violence on extremists and terrorists, some of whom they say were foreigners. And now Russia and state media reported 164 people were killed during the clashes, but health and police authorities did not confirm the figure, and the social media post was then deleted. And now, still on the foreign scene, India began administering booster doses of COVID-19 vaccine to frontline workers and vulnerable elderly people today, with the fast-spreading Omicron variant fueling an almost 8-fold rise in daily infections since the start of the new year. India reported 179,723 new cases on Monday, most of them in the country's biggest cities of Delhi, Mumbai, and Kolkata, where Omicron has overtaken Delta as the most prevalent strain of the virus. There were 146 deaths reported today, bringing the total of 483,936 since the pandemic first struck India in early 2020. Only the United States and Brazil have recorded more deaths. And more updates from the foreign scene as fire swept through a Rohingya refugee camp in southern eastern Bangladesh on Sunday, destroying hundreds of homes, though there were no immediate reports of casualties. The blaze hit Camp 16 in Cox's Bazar, a border district where than 1 million Rohingya refugees live, with most having fled a military-led crackdown in Myanmar in 2017. Mohammed Shashmuduza, a Bangladesh government official in charge of refugees, said emergency workers had brought the fire under control. The cause of the blaze has not been established, he said. And now on the sports scene, Julio Tavares scored the winner as Verde began their Africa Cup of Nations campaign with a 1-0 victory on Sunday over Ethiopia, who played most of the game with 10 men. The Saudi-based striker headed Cape Verde ahead in first-half stoppage time in Yaoundé after Ethiopia had defender Yared Baye sent off with just 12 minutes gone. Cape Verde, whose 3 Cup of Nations appearances have all come since 2013, won for just the second time at the tournament and sit level on points with host Cameroon at the top of Group A. And finally, Rangnick has hailed Edison Cavani as a perfect role model after revealing the Rangnick has pledged his future to Manchester United for the rest of the season. Cavani has started just 4 games for United during the current campaign, and there has been speculations that the 34-year-old could look to end his spell at Old Trafford this month. And that's all we can take on News Update today. Do ensure to follow all our social media platforms to stay connected and updated with news and other programs. You can also connect with us by downloading the Join Team and Pangram app on your mobile devices and also visiting our website on www.africunia.tv. Once again, I'm Deborah Ezeh. Bye for now.